Open your eyes so you can see.
Pattern flow, not rhyme flow. That's a compliment. And the reason why I say pattern flow is because you have an underdog rap style. You're very 90s.
I dig that, yeah.
You even the names that you bring up is very 90s flavor. You are more of a rapper than a rhymer. Because the rhymers say things that match. Rappers say things that mean something.
Right.
So that's why I say your pattern rather than your rhyme flow. Tell me about the song. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Let me get the song now because I want to make sure I do this in correct perspective. Pardon me. But another chapter.
Okay.
Talk to me about that song because visually, that's a 90s video.
Right.
It's an MC behind graffiti. You know, he with his mans and they it wild a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's vocally a terror because he's staring at the eyes of the viewer in the video to make sure the bars are hitting them in their eardrums.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Oh man, another chapter. Okay, so that came about. I took a trip with my squad that I was running with at the time. We took a trip to Atlanta. We shot a video called Final Destination featuring Big Rule from Dungeon Family. The next day we went to Big Rule birthday party. We met Organized Noise. For the people that don't know, the people that put Outkast on, the masterminds behind Outkast, Goody Mob, everybody in Dungeon Family.
Shout out to Rico Wade.
Yes, Rico Wade we built for a little minute and it was amazing. So shout out Sleepy Brown. When I seen him, I didn't even believe it was him for like the first 10 minutes. I'm like, nah, that can't be him. I ain't just gonna walk in a club in Decatur and see Sleepy Brown, but yeah, you will. Just like when I found out I could just meet Elder Sensei at the Armory Tavern. So, you know, whatever hood you in, you never know who you gonna meet. So me and those guys, shout out Ray Murray too, amazing. So when I came back to Jersey, I started this series at the time called Throwback Thursdays. And I would do songs of artists that I was inspired by. And the first one was the Aquemini freestyle over the Outkast Aquemini beat. So I did that, and that was the one that got the most love at the time out of everything. So my boy was like, yo, we need to make this into like a record. We need to like get a producer to take the sample of Aquemini and make a whole new beat to it. So we went through a few changes in the beat to get it to where I wanted it to be. And then I was like, yo, I gotta write a whole new joint. The only thing I used was the bridge at the end, which is the even the sun goes down, cause is always gonna ride, and the hook, which we put it like a chopped and screw flavor, which is lyrics from the freestyle, but everything else was brand new. So as far as how I wrote it, you know, part of doing different things and being alternative and expanding on things sonically and not staying in the boxes, sometimes the fun in it is almost like you scared of it. You like, what I'm gonna do to this beat? This beat is different than what I've recently been doing. So it took me a little bit of time. I had the first verse first. And it's funny because it was so dope to me, and the way the second verse came about was I thought of Souls of Mischief when I was saying on the first verse I come in like flow is vicious, so terrific, go for gold, I go on visits, travel world while flow on discus, cold as Christmas with torn meniscus. I'm like, shit, I could have said Souls of Mischief. So I'm like, what if you just, cause not a lot, nowadays, a lot of people like repetition. So I was like, what if I just started with the same exact rhyme flow, but I'm like, nah, don't use the same shit. Change it up, but it'll be the same pattern. So that's how I came up, the whole second verse came out of that, and then the rest of the song just kind of flowed from there. I don't know how I thought of the chorus, but I think something just told me like, all right, you need a hook. Why don't you try to incorporate something from the freestyle? And that's when we basically just took that and we made the hook out of that.
I'm gonna invite your mind to think about something and tell me what comes to your mind when I say this.
Okay.
When the cause gets serious, the landscape of rhyme will change. What does that mean to you?
That means a lot because it sounds like what it is. The thing is that a lot of people within hip hop that come from the golden era that are underground heads, that are real lyric heads, a lot of people are not happy with the state of today's hip hop, right? So me as a music head in general, and that might help more because if you like, I've been inspired by every crazy motherfucker from Prince to MF Doom to anybody you want to name. Lupe Fiasco, Dre 3000, Common. So like, I'm on some other shit. So when I go ahead and that, like, you know, I could keep going. Gil Scott, you know, Stevie Wonder, I could keep going. So when it comes to music in general, I have a different perspective than some of those guys where I'm like, if it's dope to me, I'm gonna embrace it. There's new hip hop out there that I like a lot. There's hip hop out there that I don't like. But I usually just focus on the things that I do like, and I always, also as a student, stay up to date on what's going on, just so I can know how to attack shit, because, you know, you always want to make sure your shit is relevant for the times that you're putting it out in. So when it comes down to me, hold on, I'm gonna ask you the question again because I'm getting lost in my head.
Well, no, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it because you said something in there that made me think of another MC.
Right.
How versed are you in Smith and Wesson?
Not as much as I should be. Obviously, I know, you know, the classics, Bucktown and everything.
Okay.
You know.
When I say when the cause gets serious, the landscape of rhyming will change.
Right.
I look at General Steele from Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
When I listen to his verse on Session at the Dog Hill or Bucktown, and I think about when they had to change and become the Cocoa Brothers.
Right.
And the Jules song comes on, or One on One comes on. Same voice, different pattern of rhyme.
Right.
Like I said, you're a pattern rhymer, not a flow rhymer. You don't just rhyme words together.
Right.
You have a meaning to your pattern. When I say that, I'm saying that the cause has not found his cause yet. He's finding his purpose for the cause. What do you want to bring to hip hop that makes it different yet authentic? And how do you want to keep it there?
Basically what I've been doing, and even to expand on that, I guess what I was trying to get at with what I was saying was that the fact that I could bring people together, people that might listen to different subgenres of hip hop with different types of music, and for the guys that feel like, oh, we lost it, hip hop ain't hip hop no more, I'm like, nah, fuck with me, cause motherfuckers is gonna wanna spit, and motherfuckers is gonna wanna make the dopest music they can make, and that's what I got from when you said what you said, because I'm like, when I come out, the landscape, well, I'm out, and the landscape is gonna change the bigger I get, because it's gonna become cool to be conscious, to be a motherfucker that spit, to be whatever it is. And as far as like me being authentic, how to keep it there, I just go with my heart, man. When it comes to life in general, I just go after my joy, my passion, and that's why I make the music I make. I never put out a song that I don't like. I never put out a song that's like somebody else told me to do this, but I'm not really feeling it. That's how I keep my authenticity, is that I work very hard on music. I don't just go in the studio, put something out the next day. You know, I take my time with it and make sure what I'm giving the people is correct and it's what I need to give them. So that's how I keep it real, is just following my intuition and my gut feeling and following my happiness. If I put out something that's not me or that's trying to please somebody else, then I'm not really happy with it. So I gotta be 100%. And I know that since I'm following my purpose and my path, when I feel 100% happy with it to put it out, then I know that that's where it needs to be. And even if I be a little scared, like, is people gonna like this song, or I'm acting like a homeless man in this video, or my people in the hood gonna think that's weird or something, and then it's like when it come out, people act like, yo, this is the greatest thing ever. So that shows to everybody out there watching this what happens when you follow your purpose and your intuition. Good things happen.
That's dope. I mean, you're right there. That was dope.